Yeah, so my name's Elliott. I'm a partner within Morrinson Wealth. I am also an advisor, and I look after about 180 to 200 clients. 200 clients actually. I've been with the business since 2017 and started the role as a member of the marketing team. Have then progressed through, after doing my exams, to an advisor, and now on sort of the next stage of that journey. So I was previously working as a shipbroker, so I was broking the deal between the oil company and the ship owner, so I'd be the broker between that. So with that, there was obviously, learned a lot about supply and demand, learned a lot about the oil industry. I wasn't trading myself, but I was dealing with traders. And I think I then started to pick up a bit of an interest for financial markets outside of just that. I was introduced to the practice through one of the senior partners, a gentleman called Jonathan Barker, who's been with the business for many, many years. I came along for an interview. As I said before, started as a marketer, did my exams and then qualified through the CII to become an advisor to where I am today. And I chose Morrinson Wealth. I think initially it was probably Stanley. I really got on with and respected from the outset. Jonathan Barker, obviously a very close friend of mine, had made and built a very successful career here at Morrinson. That was one of the draws, but I think when I then came through the door and started the role, I think the business is very multifaceted. There's lots of people that potentially don't look, talk like myself, and I really enjoy working with quite varied colleagues, and everyone starts at different levels, so everyone's learning and everyone's sort of trying to push to the common goal of providing advice to clients and building a business which is, I suppose, formidable within the world of St James's Place. I would say it's a very rewarding role. I think you get to meet a lot of interesting people. I think that you'll probably learn a lot about yourself with this role because there's a lot going on. There's never a dull moment. So I know that typically you'd think it's quite seasonal in the sense that you have tax year end and then you maybe have a quieter summer, but generally speaking there's always something to talk about, whether it's a budget, markets, catching up with clients over a beer or dinner, and I find those kind of things really rewarding. But I would say to anyone that's starting out, you need to be tenacious because clearly at the start it can be quite difficult building a client bank. I think you have to have, which is really important, clients' best interests at heart from the outset. If you don't, perhaps that comes across, or maybe you're not investing your pound of flesh, as it were. So I think it's key to be making sure that best client outcomes are looking to be achieved. And for anyone starting out, I think it's got longevity, and it's always going to be an area where support and advice is needed for clients. It's ever changing, it's highly regulated, and I think if I was speaking to a younger me, I would definitely be an advocate for not financial services industry at large, but wealth management, financial advisory, especially in and to the scale that we do it. I think it's a huge opportunity. I would say that it's certainly, I think that the business has a great culture. It's a very hard-working business. I think everyone is definitely really gets involved and digs deep throughout certain parts of the year. I think it's the culture of the business outside of the work, outside of work itself, I think is very good. I think there's quite a lot of social events. I think that people quite enjoy, whether it's going to play ping pong or going to have a drink on a Thursday night. I think anyone that starts out is always surprised at perhaps how many social events Morrinson put on. And I think that's changed because when I first started, perhaps it wasn't as collegiate and as social as it is now. And obviously, as a business increases in size, it becomes slightly more difficult to maybe do those kind of things, and maybe you don't know each other as well. But I do think Morrinson does a good job of bringing people together at the right times. And I think with that, you obviously get better results out of people when they're more familiar and happier to work with others.